Hi guys, welcome to JB's RCs. Get some dust off this. Got a new toy today. We're going to be doing a little unboxing. Oh, we got this RCLogger 1/10 XS Buggy Core RTR. High grip off-road tires, motor with heat sink, charger, LiPo battery, lithium ion battery. The box itself is quite plain. I mean, there's just black everywhere except for that one label on there. I just got this in the mail yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and take this bad boy out and see what she looks like. Got a great deal on this. This was $70 with everything. It's a nice box. I'm gonna have to keep that. All right, here's our manual. But what else we got in here? Looks like zip tie. Got this remote hanging on. Get that out of there. Let's check this bad boy out. So yeah, these are the two. 3.7 volt CB 1500 milliamp. So them two together would be 7.4 volts, which is your 2-cell. Lithium ion. Charger that comes with it there. We got a USB plug for it. Plug it in. Nice. Let's see this remote here. Sure, this is, again, $70. I'm not expecting anything too crazy with this. So yeah, steering trim, throttle trim, steering reverse, on-off switch. Looks like you got an auxiliary, or I guess this is an upgrader. Can have an auxiliary button there. Ooh, the throttle's very plastic wheel. I don't know if I like this throttle. It's very, you can hear it. Sounds like it's like scraping on something in there. Looks like we're only going to take 2 AA's though, which is nice. Stick them right up in the handle there. Pretty simple. I like that. A lot of them use 4 or sometimes 6 even. I'm going through batteries like crazy when I'm starting my collection here. Yeah, remote's nothing too crazy on the remote for sure. So let's see what else we got in here. Oh, there's a car. Yay. I think I can get in here. Yep, that wasn't too bad. Alright. There she is. So that's plastic on it, so there's definitely, it looks a little rough in a couple spots. Peel that plastic off, it'll be nice and shiny underneath. But independent front. Plastic drive shaft. So we got some metal adjusting tie rods on here though for the steering, which I might actually adjust. They look like they're in a little bit. Got quite a bit of toe angle here. Nice independent rear. Definitely spring shocks, but they're pretty stiff. Not as bouncy as some I've seen. They don't look adjustable at all, but that's okay. Again, for this price point, I wasn't expecting anything too crazy. Wow, you can see everything in here too. There's the motor, the heatsink on it there. Got your 2-in-1 ESC receiver right here. Definitely a couple plugs for some lights if you want to add some lights to this. Nice heatsink on that. You can see the steering servos popping through right there even. Underneath, very simple. Nice smooth lines. It's actually got a raised center in it right here. So there's a little more ground clearance. So there's a flat across from axle to axle. Definitely got some, ooh, those are pretty tight though. Pretty tight differentials in there. Front one's looser, back one's way tighter. You can always adjust those with different greases in the differentials. So, let's see what we got here. Let's check it out inside. It's a nice two clips hold the body on. Very nice. I like that a lot. There we go. Nice and simple underneath too. Oh, there's our RCLogger servo. For our steering, again, adjustable metal there. Here, metal. Metal adjuster there. Pads on so the body doesn't vibrate too much. Looks like we got single over-under for the transmission. I like these tires. They're a little bit hard. Definitely some foam in there, and there's not a whole lot of tire. The rims are really big, so you're hitting the rim immediately. Front ones actually have a little more give. And then there's a battery compartment. It's on the side here, I guess. These just pop off. Oh, there you go. Yeah, pop off. One battery goes in that side. Click back on. And the other battery will be on this side. Voila. And just click back on. Don't see a power switch. Power switch. Power switch. On, off switch. Oh, here we go. Right on the side. Sorry. Right there. Right up underneath on the sides. The on-off switch. Oh, it's a push button too. Very nice. It's a lot more waterproof than some of the other ones. It's beautiful. Nice little skid plate there. Again, all plastic, but these arms are very stiff. There are different adjustments for the shocks. I've noticed the mounts. So you can mount them out a little further here. There's another spot to mount out further. And then these have 3 adjusters. It's in the middle right now. It looks like there's 3 different holes. And they go all the way through on the back side. You can see them coming out there. Same on the back, and they have these all the way down right now. So this is actually as low as it's going to go on the back. I can make this go much higher by putting the spring here, and that'll push down on this A-arm on both sides more. Also another hole up top if you want to do a little more of an angle. I guess if you're moving in here, maybe you'd want to move that one in a little bit as well, but that's pretty cool. I like the adjustable on that. Make it ride a little higher, a little lower. I don't know, this actually isn't too bad. I mean, it is a lot of plastic, but I love the heatsink. A lot of ones I've bought that are cheaper say they come with a heatsink, but then you get it and it doesn't. This motor actually looks like a decent motor. It's got a sticker on it underneath there somewhere. So it could be more of a name brand than just the cheaper ones. Very cool. Yeah, and this plastic is not very flexible either. I've had a lot of these other ones where you can bend and move things a lot. This is not as movable. The inner is pretty sturdy. These A-arms, very thick plastic. Even the spoiler is very thick, braced. The spoiler itself, obviously, very loose, but we're cool with that. Another skid plate on the back. It's not too shabby. I get caught up a little here and here, I notice. But one long piece, I like that. There we have it. That's the car. The new Buggy. We're gonna get these batteries charged. This is the first car I've got that came with these, so I don't have another battery I can use for them. I need to get these charged up. And we'll do a little running video of this, see how it goes out there. And we can take this plastic off here, this Lexan plastic. Always peels right off nice and easy. Yeah, you can see how much shinier that is now. Look at that. Woo! Ta-da! Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the running video. I'm blasting this bad boy around a little bit. See what she's got. It's got a really good turn radius on it. Plenty of power. Even though it's that just only a 390 motor. It's very light. Surprisingly controllable. It likes to spin out too. You could definitely just be put on a nice little dirt track or something. Like I just ride it so far. Oh yeah. Still like the suspension doesn't work so good when you're crawling. It does have the differential, so. Alright, some final thoughts on the RCLogger core buggy. Again, it says it was a 1/10 scale. This RTR comes with everything except for 2 AA's for the remote. I just had it out for the first run, or second run. First run I only had a few minutes. I had the suspension way too high, and that was causing the knuckles to bind a little bit in the suspension driveline. So I dropped it down just one, so it's still up pretty high. You can see quite a bit of ground clearance down there. I just have it out next to the benchmark, in my opinion, the WL Toys 12428. This one was $5 more, but there are some differences. You can see the size is very similar. Even though this says 1/10 and this is a 1/12, I'd say this is more of a 1/12 scale than a 1/10 scale. But it is amazingly fun. It's very light, so it bounces over everything. I think it'd be great for jumping or a dirt track. The tall grass, real tall grass especially, didn't like as much. If it was real thick, it would even get stuck. It's not heavy enough to get down to get the traction. The remote for this one is much cheaper feeling. It's all plastic. The throttle and the steering especially are a little bit more, they just don't feel as smooth. But it is a fantastic car, especially for that price. I took it out today after I fixed the suspension and dropped it down just one notch on the front and the back. And it only got stuck in the really tall grass. I was driving on some rough terrain, leaves, branches. Got lots of branches and wood stuck up in wheels, and one time I even had the back wheel locked up. It was jammed up with a stick. But it didn't break anything. Again, this is the second time I had run it, and I still haven't killed the batteries on it from the first charge. And of course I was dragging it. You can see all the mud, dirt, and the bottom, and definitely caked it on there pretty good today. I even had some on the spoiler earlier. I cleaned it off a little bit, but I guess I did the wheelie enough where I guess you can focus in on that a little bit. A little bit better. A lot of dirt on there. And of course the tires got real dirty. And you can see I dropped the suspension in one link on the bottom and left it out on the top. But one link, so it's almost as high as it can get suspension wise. A lot of room under there. Hey kitty. It's okay, boy. Hey buddy. Good boy. He's my good boy. Alright, so yeah, there it is. RCLogger Core Dune Buggy. Go get one.